audible.
Yeah. Good morning, all. Thank you for confirming. Okay, so let me share my screen and we'll please start the session. Can you all see my screen?
Yeah, Venu.
Okay. So welcome to SuccessFactors Employee Central demo. So we'll have a quick round of introduction. So in the interest of time, I think there are many people. So I'll try to give only my introduction. In the regular sessions, when we start our regular sessions, I'll take your introduction as well. Okay. So for coming to me, I'm Venu. I have around 20 years of experience into the field of HR. I've started my career as HR executive, and then from manufacturing industry HR as a HR generalist, I've moved to SAP HCM. I was working as SAP HCM consultant for multi countries. Have done the implementation into different areas like personal administration, time, and payroll. And I have upgraded my skills while I was working as a HCM consultant. I've upgraded my skills. I got an opportunity to work on one of the projects as SuccessFactors consultant, where I've learned the SuccessFactors modules and then started a journey of SuccessFactors. And it's been like almost 11 years that I'm into SuccessFactors now. In these 11 years, I have handled modules like Employee Central, compensation, performance management, recruiting, and onboarding. Though I have worked on all of these modules, my core strength or my core areas is Employee Central and compensation, because I've spent most of my time, like 11 out of these 11 years, 9.5 to 10 years I've spent on Employee Central and compensation. So I'm comfortable in these areas. So in some of the projects, I got an opportunity to work on performance management for 6 months or recruiting or onboarding for 6 months, but I haven't worked much. Okay. And then uh, from the beginning, I've started again in SuccessFactors as an Employee Central consultant, and now I'm working for one of the MNC as service delivery manager. That's a brief about me. Okay, and coming to teaching, I am into teaching from last, say, 13, 14 years. I used to train earlier on SAP HCM, and after getting into SuccessFactors, I've started training on SuccessFactors also from last 7, 8 years. Okay, so that's a brief about me. Okay, just I'll walk you through the demo. Let me open it in presentation mode. All can see my screen, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now, what is SuccessFactors? Can anybody tell me what is SuccessFactors? You must have Googled, or you must have heard somewhere, or you must have, or some of you must have, already worked on SuccessFactors as an end user, or to some extent, or in some other module. What exactly is SuccessFactors? What do we do in SuccessFactors?
Hi, sir. This is Vaibhav. As I
Hi.
learned about Success Factor, it is SAP's HCM module, Human Capital Management, and it maintains employees all the data and payroll, leaves, and benefits and all. So this is the brief what I know about Success Factor.
To some extent, it is correct. Now, when you say it is a SAP HCM product, no, it is not SAP HCM product. We have SAP HCM, which is the on-premise application. SAP has its own HCM product, which is called SAP HCM, which is on-premise. And SuccessFactors is a cloud computing application. Now it is owned SuccessFactors, but earlier owned by SAP. Earlier it was not by SAP. SAP has acquired SuccessFactors. Okay, SuccessFactors is also a HR product. But why do SAP need two different products, SAP HCM and SuccessFactors? SAP HCM is a own product of SAP. developed by SAP, maintained by SAP. We have a lot of customers across the globe who are using SAP HCM, and there are a lot of customers of SAP HCM who are migrated to SuccessFactors, because SuccessFactors is also now a product of SAP. So why do customers have to move away from SAP HCM? Why should they go into SuccessFactors? SuccessFactors is a cloud computing HR application. Now, what do you mean by cloud computing, and what is the difference between on-premise and the cloud computing? Have you heard of the term cloud computing or on-premise?
No way, no.
No?
No,
I'll
no.
give you an example there.
Server will be with
Sorry?
on-premises, server will be maintained by the customer itself,
Hmm.
or some third-party vendor, they will maintain that. If it's a cloud computing, server might be in somewhere in some US or UK, somewhere they will maintain it, and they will take some data portion, some limits for the business use. And
Okay.
data will be stored in cloud.
Yeah, I'll give you in simple terms. So the on-premise applications, all of us are using mobiles, right?
Okay.
So what
Okay.
do you do generally when you take a picture or when you record a video? Where does it get stored?
Store database or
It
else like
gets
storage.
Servers,
It gets stored
cloud
in
server.
your no, let's not talk about cloud servers.
Okay.
It gets stored in your
Phone.
mobile.
Digital device, your mobile
Right?
or
It's on your device. Now, every mobile when you purchase, you look for the how much GB of space it is giving.
Yeah.
Right?
Storage.
So let's say 2 GB or 4 GB or 6 GB, 10 GB,
Okay.
100 GB. Okay. So you buy a mobile with some storage. And every file that you download or every file that you create, like it could be a picture or it could be a video or some downloads you have downloaded. I have downloaded a song or I have downloaded a movie that is getting stored in your mobile storage. Now, what happens? Your mobile storage is full.
Like
What
we
do we
do
generally do?
we do erase some data, or else like we do purchase
If
additional data.
If we feel that the space that we have is not enough to add new files or create new pictures, what we do, we'll try to erase some data. Unwanted data, if there is any unwanted data, we'll try to clear it. Okay. So I have cleared unwanted data, but still I need some more space. What can I do? I can move my data to cloud.
Drives.
Yeah.
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 So what is the cloud?
It's an online server where it's connect to the
What is the
data.
advantage of this cloud there?
We can
Now,
use Google
if
Drive.
I move my, either Google Drive or iCloud, okay, so depending on the application.
It's
So
a large
some
amount
of
of
my
storage.
files, I'm moving them from mobile to my iCloud or Google Cloud or some other cloud. Okay. Now, when you move these files to cloud, if I have to access them, what is the first thing that I need? I need to connect to
connectivity.
internet. Yes.
Yeah.
Only if you have internet, you will be able to access the clouds. Okay. Now, where are these getting stored? These are getting stored in the cloud servers. Right. Now, the advantage of having your files in the cloud is tomorrow, if I don't have my mobile with me, I'm traveling, maybe I lost my mobile, or no, I have my mobile at home, but I want to access my files. Will I be able to access my files?
No.
Yes.
Sorry?
Yes.
You can log in with another device and access those.
Yeah.
Yes. You can log in into your laptop or your personal computer and access those files, if those files are stored in cloud. Now, if we have some files in your mobile, can I access them? If I don't have that mobile with me? No. That's the difference between the on-premise and now. On-premise is the storage what you're using in your mobile, and cloud is the cloud computing is the files that you have moved to your cloud, iCloud or Gcloud, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the basic difference. Now, this is common across the globe for different applications. Now, SuccessFactors is a cloud computing application, meaning this can be accessed from any corner of the world. Maybe your customer is in somewhere in US, but you can sit here in India and access the data of the employees. You can process the payroll or you can apply a leave from anywhere. So I am working in India. So I am working for a company. I have my SuccessFactors as employee self-service portal where I have all of my data in SuccessFactors. I'm traveling now. I'm on a official travel. Somebody who is reporting to me has applied a leave. Okay, that's come to me. I don't have to log into my laptop or my personal computer to approve that leave. I can have the SuccessFactors application installed in my mobile. I can approve on the go. If I can do some actions from my mobile itself. So the work what you're doing on your personal computer or laptop, now you don't need to be always with you to work. You can work from anywhere. Okay, so that's your cloud computing. Now, the difference between the cloud computing and on-premise is the storage. In on-premise, the storage is always a physical. Okay, you can see that physical storage. And it should be within your premises where you are working. That is your on-premise. But when it comes to the cloud computing, you don't see those servers physically. But you connect to those servers through internet and access the storage. Okay, so if you look at the definition of a cloud computing, the practice of using a network of remote servers hosted on internet to store, manage, and process the data, rather than a local server or a personal computer. Both on-premise applications and the cloud computing applications, the structure remains same. The first and foremost for any application. Now, I want to develop a game, or now I want to develop a software. What is the first thing that I need? The first thing that I need is the infrastructure. If I have to develop a game, it occupies some space. Every person who installs that server, who installs that game, now it occupies some space, and every time you do the activity in that application, that is getting stored somewhere. So I need that infrastructure to set up first. And then second is the platform on which you want to develop a software. So different applications uses different platforms. Example again, your iPhones. iPhone has a different platform. Samsung mobiles have a different platform. What is the platform that we use in Samsung? It's Android, right? Whereas in Apple iPhones, we use iOS as a platform. So you might see some common applications. The common application what everybody uses now is WhatsApp. Now you can install WhatsApp in both Apple or a Samsung mobile. But both the applications are not same, because the application that you install in Samsung is from Play Store, and which is developed on a platform called Android. And the application you install from in Apple phones or iPhones is from your App Store or iStore, which is developed in iOS. That's the platform. So you will see some minor differences when you keep both the applications side by side and see, you will see some differences. Maybe the look and feel, maybe the functionalities. Few things are not supported in iOS and few things are not supported in Android. So you will see some minor differences. That depends on the platform to platform. And the third is your application. What kind of application you want to develop? Is it a gaming software? Is it a social collaboration software? Or is it something related to your infrastructure, something related to HR or finance or marketing, it could be anything. Okay. Now, based on these three layers, the cloud service models have been divided into three, and they are called IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. IaaS is infrastructure as a service. Now, some customers around the globe, they only go with infrastructure. Let's say I have my own startup and I want to develop a software. The first thing that I need is infrastructure. So I have two options. I can go procure the servers. Servers are very expensive. So when I procure my server, I need to bring that server, install that server, or place that server. I need to have a dedicated space to have my servers. And then somebody from IT team or networking team should be connecting that server to all of the devices that I want to use. Maybe it could be a computer, or it could be a laptop, or it could be anything. So I need to connect my devices to that. Second way of doing it is, instead of procuring the servers, instead of investing on procuring the servers or placing the servers or dedicating a space or dedicating a team to look after it, I can go with the cloud computing service. I can procure some space. You don't have to worry about, you don't have to worry about the staffing. You don't have to worry about the place to have those servers. The servers, what I'm subscribing, okay, this is online. I need the server space for next 5 years. I just pay for 5 years. After 5 years, I don't want to use it, I can just leave. I want to extend, I can do that. Now today I've taken 100 TB of space. I need 100 more TB. I can expand. After 5 years, I don't want, I want to stop using that server. Maybe I want to move to a different server or different application. I can do that. So you're just paying for what you're using. Okay, so that is infrastructure as a service. You need some space, just take that space. Okay. Second is platform as a service. Again, I have my server now. I want to develop the software. On what platform you want to develop a software? Again, this platform, you need to pay license, right? Now again, instead of procuring this platform, developing your own software, you can go with the readily available platforms, same as your infrastructure. And the third is software, the application itself. What do you want to develop? I want to develop a HR application. Why do you want to develop an application when you have the readily available applications in the market? So look for the one application which best suits your requirement. Now I have 100 employees. Now I pay for each employee. 100 employees. Just take the application, use it for 100 employees. You are paying license only for those 100 users. I am expanding my business. Now I have 500 employees. You pay for 500 users. I have 10,000 employees in my organization. I want this application to be used for all the 10,000. You pay for 10,000 employees. It's not like every individual user, but again, you have a lot, like 1,000 to 2,000 or 3,000, you have a fixed pricing. 5,000 to 10,000, you have fixed pricing. Or 10,000 to 15,000, you have fixed pricing. So you see what is needed for your organization. Now the examples of these applications. So IaaS, it is Amazon Web Services, AWS. AWS is the example of infrastructure as a service, where you get the storage space. Then the platforms, you have different platforms like force.com, on which Salesforce is built. You have Windows Azure. We have Google Apps Engine, where all the Google applications are built. And when it comes to applications, the softwares, you have SuccessFactors, we have Salesforce, we have Workday, we have Dropbox. Okay, all the applications of Google. So these are software as a service applications. Now, what are the advantages? Why customers are moving away from on-premise applications to cloud computing? The first and foremost is productivity anywhere. Now, on-premise application, you have to be in office to do that particular activity. But in case of cloud computing, you don't have to be in a particular location to do that activity. You can do it from any corner of the world. Even on the go, you can apply a leave, or you can download a payslip, or you can fill your performance appraisals. You can go look at your data, update your data. You don't have to be in office to do this. That's productivity anywhere. Then offsite data storage. The storage, we're not storing it within the office premises. We're storing it somewhere in the cloud, and we are accessing those files, those data using internet. No IT maintenance cost. You don't have to have a dedicated team to look after your servers. If you are using on-premise application, you need to have a physical server with a dedicated space, with a dedicated team looking after those servers. But in case of cloud computing, there is no IT maintenance cost. Disaster resistance. If something happens to your server, physical servers, it is your responsibility to get it fixed. Your IT team should be fixing that. But in case of cloud computing, the cloud service provider will handle all of these things. It is always up for a customer. You can use it 24/7, 365 days with no interruptions. Lower cost of ownership, obviously, because you are not spending the amount on servers. You are not spending the amount on dedicating a space, or having a separate team to look after your servers. Obviously, the amount that you spend on cloud computing applications are very less when compared to on-premise applications, and easily upgraded. Every application that we use in our daily life needs some kind of upgrades. How many of you are using iPhones? No one? No one is using iPhone?
I'm using Venu.
Okay. So what are the new upgrades in iPhone? Have you heard about iOS 26?
No, not
No?
yet. No.
Go to softwares and see you have an update. So
Yeah,
what does that
whenever there
update
is
contain?
a
What does
power
that
level.
update contain? So every update contains some new features, right? So when you install, when you upgrade to iOS 26, you'll see some new features of the screen, the wallpapers. They look like a glass. All those applications, the icons got changed. What are those? Those are called the upgrades. Now, if you open an application which is not upgraded, you will see old version of it. That when you see the phone, or any device which is upgraded, you will see those latest features. Every application that we use in our daily life, like it could be a WhatsApp, it could be LinkedIn, or it could be anything. These need some kind of upgrades. Now, WhatsApp that we are using now, there are many functionalities. When it started sometime back in maybe 7, 8 years, or 10 years back, or 15 years back, we didn't have all of those features. We didn't have the option of group chat. We didn't have option of video calls, or we didn't have option of group video calls, or changing the backgrounds, right? All of these were not there when they initially started the application, but slowly they have incorporated these changes into the product. Not all in one. With each upgrade, they have updated the product. Right? You can send money through WhatsApp. This feature was not available earlier. That's an upgrade. So every application needs to be updated. As and when time comes, you'll have to update. Right? So even the cloud computing or SuccessFactors also gets updated every 6 months. We have a fixed timeline. Once in 6 months, SuccessFactors gets updated with new functionalities. You'll see some changes, maybe in the look and feel, maybe some new fields getting added, some functionalities getting added into the product. Okay, we'll talk more about that. Now, what is the SuccessFactors? That's about, till now we have discussed about cloud computing. Now, what is SuccessFactors? SuccessFactors is also a cloud computing HRS application used by enterprise class organizations. SuccessFactors can be used by a small, medium, or large organizations. Now, if I own a company, let's say I have 500 employees in my company. If I want to track my employees' data, I want to see how many employees I have hired in this year, how many employees I have promoted this year. I want to know all the employees who has a mechanical engineering degree. Or I want to see all the employees who are with salary more than 20 lakhs. It is very difficult without any application. If you have your data somewhere in the paper, somewhere in the sheets, it is very difficult to get all of this data. But if you are using any application, be it SuccessFactors or any other application, you can easily fetch that data. Every employee has to update their details. Now, my company provides insurance for all the employees. Now, some employees may be single, their marital status is single, some of them are married, some of them are married with 2 kids, married with 1 kid. They have their dependent parents. So how would I know what are the details of the employees? All of this data is maintained in application. The salary details, the personal details, the contact information. I want to send out some information. Then the contact information should be available. So this data is maintained in SuccessFactors. It's a HR application. Now, HRs would be using this application more than anyone. Now, employee will log in only if they have to download a payslip, download an offer letter, or download an appointment letter, or maybe to apply a leave, or maybe to update their education details, or internally if they have to apply for any position, they would be logging in. But HR has to log in every day and do some actions. Like if they have to hire an employee, if they have to transfer an employee, promote an employee, terminate an employee, suspend an employee, leave, apply a leave. So all of these activities would be done in the application. SuccessFactors has many modules in it. And if you look at this picture, the core or base of SuccessFactors is Employee Central. On top of Employee Central, we have other modules like performance and goals, where you fill your appraisals, where you update your objectives and goals, and then your performance is reviewed once in 6 months or once in a year. You have compensation module, where you do the salary increases, merit increases, or bonus calculations are done in compensation. Any kind of training that is to be given to the employees, that is handled through LMS, Learning Management System. If I want to get some data extracted from the system, we use workforce planning or workforce analytics. We use social collaboration, JAM application. Succession is used to look at the employee data. If I want to internally see who is available for next level, so I can use succession mode. Org audits can be done in succession mode. So these are all modules of SuccessFactors. And the base is Employee Central. So why do we call it as a base or a core? Is Employee Central stores all master data. Every employee that is hired in system, all the data of the employee is in Employee Central. Want to add an employee? You do it in Employee Central. You want to create a positions? Do it in Employee Central. Now recruiting, now this data what we maintain in Employee Central is needed, is required for all the other applications. Let's take an example of recruiting. Recruiting is sourcing a candidate. Now, before even source a candidate, I need to know how many positions we have. No, we have in the organizations which are vacant. What position I want to use it for sourcing a candidate. So that position is to be converted into a requisition. That requisition is to be posted in the market. Now it can be internal or externally posted, maybe in the LinkedIn or maybe in some job portals you post it. Then candidates start applying. You filter the candidates. Maybe for one application, for one requisition, you got 100 applications. Now maybe you filter 50 of the profiles. You conduct the interviews, different rounds of interviews, and then you have finally 3 or 4 candidates who are to be negotiated and offered. Finally, 1 or 2 will be offered. And then once candidate accepts the offer letter, on the day of joining, you take all the details of the candidate and convert that candidate into employee in Employee Central. You update all information about the candidate, like what is the personal information, what is the employee's name, first name, last name, gender, salutation, contact information, address information, education details, previous experiences. All of these are called the personal information. We maintain that in Employee Central. We also have org information of this candidate, what designation the employee is in, what is the work schedule of this employee, what department this employee is going to work, what is the grade of this employee, in which location the employee is going to work, what is the salary that I need to pay, what is the regular salary that I have to pay, what is the annual or a bonus that I have to pay. So all of this data is maintained in Employee Central, and this data is required for other modules, like it could be performance management. I want to do appraisal for my direct report. So first I need to know what designation that employee is in, which department the employee is working in, what location the employee is working in. So I need to understand this detail. So all of this information, performance management gets this information from Employee Central. I want to do salary revision for this employee. So I need to know what is current salary, how frequently is it paid, when was the employee's hired. So I need to know these details. Again, these details are sent from Employee Central to compensation. So different modules need the Employee Central data, and Employee Central also stores the data from different applications. I've done salary revisions. Employee salary was 10 lakhs earlier. This year, the employee's performance is maybe very good, poor, medium, whatever it is. I've reviewed and I have recommended some salary increase, which is approved. Now this updated salary has to go back to Employee Central because that is to be processed in the payroll. So here, multiple modules are involved. Employee Central to have the data maintained, and then the performance module to review the employee's performance, and then the compensation module to recommend salary increases or to add the bonus, to do the bonus calculations, and then send this data back to Employee Central to maintain. So all these modules are tightly integrated. The data is sent from Employee Central to other modules and from other modules to Employee Central. That's about Employee Central. Now, Employee Central, we mainly do the employee record management. All the master data is maintained. The org management, all about the organization data that is assigned to employees. The payroll integrations, you can integrate the employee data with payroll so that every month the employee's salary gets processed depending on the number of days that employee has worked. Okay, some information is coming from time. How many days employee has worked? How many days employee is on leave? Paid leave, is it paid leave or unpaid leave? So process the payroll. And then employee self-service and manager self-service. Employee self-service is nothing but employee, when they log into the system, what all they can do. As an employee, when I log into the application, I can go update my information. I can go look at my details. I can go download some content. So that's employee self-service. All that employee does when they log into the application. And manager self-service, manager is also an employee in the organization. Manager will do all those things what employee is doing. Additionally, since manager has some direct reports, there are some additional things manager has to do. Manager has to review the performance of the employees. Manager has to recommend some salary increases. Manager has to do some actions on behalf of employee. Approves the transactions. That is manager self-service. So SuccessFactors is a global application. It is not only used in India or in US. It is a global application. It is widely used in different countries. We have more than 7,000 customers across the globe. We have some customers in US, Australia, Middle East, China, Japan. Every region have SuccessFactors application customers. There are 47 supported languages. Now, when you go to China or Japan or France, their local language is not English. They use their own language, Chinese or a Japanese or a French. So SuccessFactors is available in that particular language also. When they log in, they see everything in their own language. They don't see the application in English. If you see a customer of US or UK or Australia or New Zealand, you'll see it in English. In India, you see the application in English. But the countries where the English is not the main language, they use their own language. So SuccessFactors supports up to 47 different languages. You have Chinese, Japanese, Korean. You also have Hindi. You have Malaysian language. You have Arabic. So all of these languages are available for customers to use.
Hello, sir. I have a question regarding this language. If we see as a whole success factor globally, then it must be having, a different taxes payroll itself inbuilt in it. Like if we
Yes.
talk about New Zealand or Australia, UK, US. So if you are using SuccessFactor in India, so there must be the taxation or
Yes.
payroll must be different as per the
Every country has
country.
got their own complaints, and we have this application available for all the countries, and it
It must be
respects all the
built in
complaints.
that
Yes,
application.
yes, that's
Oh,
what it says. And I say this one, we have 6,500 plus global customers.
mhm.
Okay, now the payroll of these employees, like 8 million employees data we have. Now all of this employees data we are processing.
Okay.
Okay, so different countries, we have 104 localized versions. Now India has a different compliance. Sri Lanka has a different compliance. Pakistan, Nepal has got different rules, different policies, right? So every country has got a different localized versions.
Sir, can we do payroll calculation? If we can, which model is used for payroll
For
calculations?
payroll, it is ECP, Employee Central Payroll.
Okay.
It is a cloud payroll application.
Okay. Is it different from Employee Central?
Yes, it is different from Employee Central.
Okay.
Employee Central is only to maintain the data.
Okay.
And ECP is to process the payroll.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
where does ECP get the data? ECP gets the data from
Employee Central. Yeah.
Yes. The compensation details are maintained here in Employee Central. What is the
Okay.
employee's salary? What is the breakup of employee salary? How frequently it is to be paid?
Like one
Monthly,
thing, when
hourly.
like you mean to say like in Employee Central where master data, so the entire the person's information, like example, like if in a company a person is working, so in order to fetch one individual person information, in that case, like we can access through Employee Central, we can go through the
Yes.
entire details like his profession, designation,
Yes. Yes.
title, information, and like
Yeah.
entire the employer information we can find in SAP tool, like the SuccessFactor tool.
Yes.
So the data which we are storing is called like master data.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Now, if you see this example, how the data flows from Employee Central to recruiting or onboarding. So we talked about the example of sending the data from Employee Central. Now, recruiting is a module in SuccessFactors where we source the candidates. Now, before even we start the process in recruiting, you need to know the vacant position details. Which position is vacant? That position is to be converted into a requisition. So requisition, you post the job, candidates are interviewed, candidates are offered, you initiate onboarding. Now the data goes from recruiting to onboarding. And from onboarding, now once the candidate receives the offer letter, they will also be receiving a link in their email, asking them to go fill the details. They'll have to go update the details. That is called onboarding module. They update all the information. This information comes from onboarding module to Employee Central. Some organizations, they don't use onboarding. So directly, the data goes from recruitment to Employee Central. And then data is updated in Employee Central. We will look at the instance. We'll see how the SuccessFactors application looks. Okay. So as part of this training, now the Employee Central course we have designed in such a way that each and every area of the Employee Central is covered. Okay. And we cover all of these topics in 24 sessions. The first 4 sessions should be completely of theory. So there are few things which you should know before getting into SuccessFactors. Like what is SuccessFactors? Now how SuccessFactors can be used? How we do the implementation, what are the different types of projects, or what is the landscape of the system, what is the system architecture, how the release happens. Now, what happens if you're stuck up with some configuration, where do you go and get the necessary information? What are configuration workbooks? What are the kickoff templates? What are implementation guides? So you need to understand all of these basics. So first 4 sessions would be talking about the theoretical part. And from 5th session onwards, you will be doing practically everything in the systems. All of you would be given access to system for practice. Okay, this would be for 1 month or 2 months, or till course completion. You will have the system access where you can access the application from anywhere. Okay, all of you will be given training material, and the recording will also be shared every day after the session is completed. Maybe you want to revise, or maybe you have missed a particular topic, or you want to go through the recording. Yes, you can use the recordings. So we provide material, we provide everyday recordings. We will be giving you the system access. Resume preparation will help you out in the resume preparation. So once the course is completed and then you are ready for applying a job, we will help you out to prepare your resume, and will assist you in referring the candidates into any of the organizations, because I've been working in SuccessFactors from last 11 years. So I have worked for multiple organizations, so I know a lot of people in the market. So now, if I come across any of the openings, I'd be referring, if you are interested to attend those interviews. We will also conduct mock interviews if you are ready and you want to test your knowledge or test your interview skills. We'll conduct mock interviews. We'll also help you in clearing the certification. So every aspirant who want to get into SuccessFactors needs the certification as well. So we'll be helping you out in clearing the certification as well. I'll just show you the instance. Mhm. Okay, now this is your SuccessFactors application. More or less, every customer will see the application in the same way. The colors may be different, the logo may be different, the structure would remain same. Now, this picture is a standard picture what SuccessFactors gives, but this can be, customer can use their own picture here. Now the colors, the background colors, you can have your own colors maintained. The text colors, what you see, this can be managed. So all of this is now called branding. You can have your own themes applied to the application. Okay, this is just a plain application, what you see, but you can have your own different themes. Now, every employee, when they log in, they see the actions or they see the options, what they have permission with. Now, if I am an employee who can go and do the performance appraisals, I can go here and check for my performance. If I am a recruiter, I have logged in as a recruiter, I want to do the recruiting, I can go and just select recruiting. I am a onboarding consultant or I am a compensation consultant. I have to do the compensation process. I can go and check for compensation or development. So these are all the modules which are available in SuccessFactors, and depending on the permissions that are granted to the user, they can go and check the data. Some actions which I want to see them immediately on the screen are available under quick actions. Like I want to go view my profile, I can go click on view my profile. I want to go check my organization chart, I can go click on view org chart, and which shows up the organization structure, like now who is reporting to whom, how many employees we have under each employee. Okay, we can see the organization structure here. I can search for any employee and see the reporting structures, how many employees we have under each of these employees. Okay, there are 4 employees. Who are those 4? These are those 4. There are 3 employees here. I can go and see.
Like,
Now
I'm
this,
sorry, Venu, one thing. So the chart which you're showing, like example, like we do have like a census like ESS portal. So the way you're showing me, like the manager is a main head, one for one division. Under his category, there are like 2 sub managers. Under
Yes.
his category, they have like 5 persons who are working under his for the Hyderabad division. And the other person for the B category, there are like 4 persons. So it's like splitting the persons so that to know which manager is
Now,
working on.
organization structure will only show you the hierarchical representation of employees, and it doesn't show you what division or what location or what department they are in. Now,
Okay.
if you look at the organization level, there would be one CEO or a director who is
Yeah.
at the top. Okay.
Yeah.
Under director, you can have some vice presidents or
Vice
general
president.
managers. And then
Yeah.
under general managers, you can have some managers. Managers, you have some executives. Executives, you have some training. So you
Yeah.
can go and look at the entire. Now, if you open the org chart, you should be able to know how many employees we have in the organization.
Yes.
Total of. No, if you look at the CEO details, then you will understand how many employees we have in total. Now, we also have something called position org chart, which shows how many positions we have in the organization, how many positions are occupied, and how many of them are vacant. I can go to till the CEO level and see how many positions we have across the organization. You see here, each position, it shows me like this position, it has 17 positions. Okay, the 17 positions, again, each position has got, under each position, we have 5 positions. Now, some positions are filled. This is filled, this is filled, this is filled, but this is vacant. Maybe some employees terminated, so this position is vacant. So I can convert the requisition from this position. That is position org chart. And we also have company structure overview. Now I want to see how my company is structured. So I have a company under which I have some business areas. And under each business area, I have some divisions. Under each division, I have a department. Under each department, we have some sub-departments. Like we have payroll under HR department. HR department under a particular division called manufacturing division. Manufacturing division under a business area called manufacturing. So you can look at the company structure. Okay. So this is just once you maintain the employee data, you can see all of this employee data in the hierarchical representation. Or if I want to look at the employee profile, so when you click on the profile, it shows you some basic information. This is called spotlight view. Just basic information. What is the name of the employee, whom the employee is reporting to, and is a direct manager. Some basic information like mobile phone number, or no, what is the email of the employee. And if I want to go look at the complete details of the employee, I can go and say full profile also. So when you click on full profile, it opens up the employee profile. Again, depending on your permissions. As an employee, I will have access to look at only employee's basic details. Now, I should not be looking at compensation details. Yes, that can be controlled. Because I am an admin, I can go and see the employee's data here. Now, what is the compensation information that is maintained or not? What is personal information that is maintained? What is the job information? Education details. All of this information I can see. HRs can maintain this data. If HR has to update the employee salary, they'll come here and update. Okay. So this is your SuccessFactors instance. Okay, I'll take a pause here and see if you have any questions.
So I just wanted to know, what is the base salary? I mean, what is the market for SuccessFactors right now? I mean, if you talk about base salary to intermediate level.
The salaries always depends on your experience. Okay, it's nothing like if companies are hiring interns or trainees. Okay, they might pay, some companies pay. It depends on their standard across the organization. All the interns would be paid the same salary, maybe 25,000. There are interns who get paid 60,000 also. Okay, so depending on the campus hiring that you do, if you're taking candidates or graduates from college, okay, the type of the college. We have different colleges, right? We have IITs and we have local colleges. It depends. Now,
I mean,
that's the starting stage, I'm telling you. And then if you are experienced, if you are already into HR, or if you are into some organization working as a HR, and you're wanting to move from functional to the technical, okay. So if companies have to offer you based on your experience, based on your functional experience, they have to offer you. They might not offer you the high salary because you only have functional knowledge. Now they are taking you into SuccessFactors roles, but there your salary might be low. Maybe some companies pay 30,000, some companies pay 50,000, some companies pay 60,000. But if you have already experience into SuccessFactors, let's say 2 years of core functional experience and then 3 years of SuccessFactors experience, then your salary would be different. So SuccessFactors, on an average, the salary for the least salary, I can say 6 to 7 lakhs. Then you have 10 lakhs, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 also.
And so my question, when I asked you about those SuccessFactors application utilizing globally, either for USA or New Zealand, Australia. So if I get in this SuccessFactors application and have expertise in SuccessFactors, so I mean, should I be learning if I want to learn about SuccessFactors New Zealand or Australia? So what would be the next step for me if I want to learn that application
No,
in that region?
application-wise, it is same across the globe. Okay, you have the same functionalities across the globe. It is all that the requirement of the customer, what is needed for that customer. Okay, maybe within India or within New Zealand or within US, there are customers who uses certain functionalities and there are customers who doesn't use those functionalities. They use a different functionality. It is all up to the customer. So there are many features, thousands of features available in application. Not every customer uses all those 1,000 features. Maybe some uses only 50, some uses 100, some uses up to 200. It depends. Whatever is the need of the customer, we can configure it as per their need.
Okay, got you.
Now, application wise, whatever that we are teaching you, you can configure for any customer across the globe. It can be for a customer in UK, customer in China, or customer in Saudi, or Dubai, or in New Zealand. Yes, you can configure it. Application wise, the globally, now the certification, what you do, like for Employee Central, we have a certification code called THR 81. Why? If you do that certification, this is valid around the globe. Wherever you go, they will ask you, do you have this certification, THR 81? This is same. Same questions would be answered by a resource or some consultant who has done the certification in India or in New Zealand or in Australia or in US.
Yeah.
You'll have to answer the same questions to get certified. That certificate is valid around the globe.
Okay.
Venu, what's the cost of certification?
Cost of certification, we have different options here. If you are looking only for one option, it costs you somewhere around 25,000. Now, roughly, I'm giving you because it keeps on changing. But roughly, it is 20 to 25,000. And then we also have another option called 6 attempts, where it costs you somewhere around 50,000. I'll give you the information about certification, how to do certification, how to log into the certification hub, how to clear the certification. All that I'll guide you in the regular sessions.
I also have the same query on my side. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I have also the same query related to the satisfaction, like how we'll get and what is the cost which will be coming. And as you know very well, that will there is a yearly only within the 1 year only there is one advantage there, that one in
Yeah,
global.
we'll discuss that in detail in the regular sessions. The second session, what we have now, the first session, I'll walk you through the course content in 25 sessions, what we will be covering in each day. I have the day-wise course structure. I'll explain you each of those. And then day 2, we'll be talking about certification. I'll give you
Can
more
you drop
details.
exactly what are the course voucher you have to cover?
Yes, we'll
like
be giving you the course structure.
that will help you to us to know
Yeah.
this is the things are there we have covered, and if it's like basic, if it is coming intermediate,
Yes.
and how it will be, because when you are like facing the interview, how you have to craft each and everything. Because anyhow, most of the candidates they have at least like 1 to 2 years of experience.
Yes.
So how they have to utilize each and everything, then you're going to have to check or course voucher each and everything on our side also.
After the 25 hours of session, you will be able to answer each and every question in your certification. Okay.
Yeah, and one more thing, earlier also I did like an SAP and HCM, that is on-premises model, and that place there is something changes. Like one of the, I think my colleagues like Vaibhav or Raghav, I don't exactly who has asked the questions. In US, UK, the payroll is in everything different. According to the country wise, you have to set up like sessions with the customer's requirement. So you have to do each and everything. That's one. So here also you have to know, because the text term, the law, each and everything is different. It's country wise, state wise, and everything.
You don't need to know each and every country payroll. If you have worked on a particular country, you can know that. Again, that is Employee Central payroll. We have a separate. Now there also we have different payroll schemas. The payroll processing would be done same for everything, but your tax structure would be different. Okay.
Yeah, because
maybe
I have
India,
a very good knowledge in like US and India, because earlier I was working on the same.
Yes.
And but right now I'm not using daily basis, so that's the thing. I also forgot so many things are there in US payroll.
Yeah, the structure
but
remains same. Structure remains same. Only thing is your taxation would be different. It depends upon the country. That's it. Any other questions before we wind up? We'll be starting these regular sessions from Monday.
One more thing, like if you all can provide us like the day to day, like from the day 1 to the day end, like the context we cover and the training part, and how many days it would be taking to cover this all course duration. Like in the email, if you can provide the brief summary, like from day 1 to day end.
We have this course structure. Okay.
Okay.
I'll be giving you this. We'll be starting this on Monday.
So, okay. So roughly like more of when
25. There are 25 sessions every day. Will be having 1 hour of a session. Okay, total of 25 sessions should be covered in 5 weeks. Okay, so again, in between, if we have any holidays, like in the coming weeks, we have Dasara, we have Diwali, we'll be taking 1 day break each. So other than that, otherwise it would be 35 to 40 days.
35 to 40 days. Okay.
Yes.
Sure.
So I have only one question now. Actually, what would be the after sales service? I mean, once the course is finished, you just get us, I mean, that mock interview. So how about the real world problems? I mean, if we face any problem in real time interview,
that's
then...
what we'll be doing in our practice.
Okay. So
every
there will be assistance
day,
for
every day, whatever topic that we discuss about the real time scenarios.
Okay,
it would be like a mini project that we'll be doing.
And
day 5 to 25.
Sorry to disturb. I just have one question. That do we get the server access?
Yes. No, I've shown you, right? That's right.
One more thing, Venu, like total in like once we start classes, total of in 1 hour or like it's in 1.5 hour, like every day. So if we take like 1 hour, in total of 1 hour, you'll be like explaining and showing off how we need to do the work. So like theoretical or like live examples. So the 15
only
minutes.
first 4 sessions are theoretical parts, and from 5th session onwards, everything is practical. Now, when I say practical, we might discuss few things and then do the configuration in the system.
Okay. And one more thing, Venu, like it's strictly like fixed to 1 hour, like if the questions might be going on and it might be stretching your time.
In between, see, we always start with, I always start the day with asking questions if you have
that's
any
what
clarification.
actually,
and then once I clarify, sometimes now I said 25 sessions, sometimes it goes like 27, 28, also 30 sessions.
So,
Because if you're unable to do something and
the
you
thing
want to
is,
have some more examples, we do that.
Sure. The thing is, like Venu, like some people might be understanding with few examples, some people may not be having understanding of few examples. So like getting those doubts clear and like it might be stretching your time, so it won't be having any trouble, right? Like we are not fixed to like 1 hour, or else like
1
only.
hour is a regular session. You have some doubts at the end of the class. I always give you some time. You have 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes of doubt.
Yeah, that's what
I
like
can clear.
we usually have like the turnaround time is like 1 hour, right? So we are just hoping like once we have done with the class and we are done with like, see, we have like bunch of questions. So by asking on those all questions, we might be stretching your time with more than 1 hour. So
I don't encourage, or I don't wait till end of the class to ask questions.
Oh, great.
I take 10 minutes of class and see if you have any doubts. I ask for doubts, clarifications, and then I try to clarify them and then move to next topic. Okay.
Thank you.
Now, if I could not cover, but now I have the day-wise course structure, but for some reason, if I could not cover a particular topic in that day, on that day, I'll have that in the next day. That gets extended, like instead of 25, we'll be taking 26 sessions or maybe 27 or 28 sessions. Okay, don't worry about that.
Thank you.
I'm here. I'll spend my quality time with you all people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm here to help you out, to make you understand each and every concept of Employee Central.
And one last thing, Venu, like in the training, like what is the scale? Like how many people might be there in the training in one session?
It depends. Like it could be anywhere from 10 to 20.
Okay, Venu. Yeah. Thank you, Venu.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so if you don't have any questions, or if you have any questions, you can still speak up to your representatives, and hope to see you all in the regular session starting from Monday. Okay.
Yes, Venu. Yeah.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, team.